This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? It's Wednesday night, as far as I know. Hold on. Oh, look, it is. Just check the electronic leash. I'm joined tonight. You all know him. Fresh off his disastrous start at the Eunice 5000, where he kept trying to make right turns instead of left ones. Mr. Ricky Booby, or Bobby, sorry. Bobby. How you doing there?
What's up? Vroom, vroom.
What do you do? Spend all day coming up with this shit?
No, I actually just made it up. Click join.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, actually. How's it going?
It's going. We got run out the damn office this afternoon about 2:30. My director, he wasn't at work today, but he calls in and tells my manager he tested for the Rona today. Positive.
Terrific.
So I'm just fucking all ass and got environmental services to come in and fumigate the fucking room and do a deep cleaning in it. So we'll see what happens after this.
Okay. Also, we have the other brother, Daryl. Surprisingly enough. And ahead of Matt, who's supposed to be here at 7 but refuses to buy a clock.
That's not hard to do.
I'm gunning for a seat on the committee, man. That's all I'm doing. Just kidding. No, really. Not really. I just want to be the mayor. That's all I want.
Gunning for Nancy Pelosi's job.
Right.
You just run the show.
I don't want to be governor. I just want to be the mayor. I want to wash my dishes every day instead of theirs. So
There you go.
I just bought paper plates and say, fuck it.
I'm sure Matt will be along. He's probably on his way back from trying to pick out a nice spot under the bridge near the river.
Or a nice bottle of sherry from the liquor store. Maybe something.
Yeah. Or he's trying to get Sherry from the liquor store to come home with him.
Yeah.
Pulling a cape.
And Sherry ain't stupid, so she says no. How in the fuck is Daryl here before? How in the fuck is Daryl here before Matt is? I can remember a time where Matt was never late, ever.
I remember last show you told me not to be late, so here we are.
Yeah, see, goddamn, Larry Burns from Canada's here. How you doing, Larry? Good to see you.
How you doing, Larry?
Well, I guess we can talk about sane shit till Matt gets here, so we'll do that. Is there any sane shit in this world? Because maybe that's why Matt's the way he is. It may have got to him.
I did find a little comedic value in Elon Musk's tweet back to freaking Elizabeth Warren. I don't know if y'all heard anything about that or not. But
yes.
No, I haven't.
He owned her ass.
Yeah, she was giving him hell about paying his fair share, and billionaires pay like 40% tax every year anyway, and maybe even more, plus whatever they buy and whatever they sell, blah blah blah. And so anyway, he tweeted back and said, "Oh no, Senator Karen, don't call the call the supervisor or some shit." I mean, it was like he gave her a good one, dude. That was probably the best thing he could have even said.
That was good. I think he's kind of turning the tide because he sees what the Democrats are doing, trying to rob his ass blind and every other rich person. So because he pulled his shit out of California and went to Texas. He said, "Fuck y'all crazy."
If you listen to his subtle drops on like his take on religion his take on AI, his take on all the bullshit that's going on in the news all the time.
Jab.
Yeah.
He said, we will not mandate that shit.
Right.
Where I work. And then he says, how did he put that? He made a statement, something about we're not gonna have assholes working for this company or something like that. Like, all right, if we find out you're an asshole, you're gone.
Yeah, that's exactly. Well, and around I was like, man, that's about as blunt as you can get. And I like that.
He can make those statements because he owns the damn company.
Right.
Who's going to tell him otherwise, you know?
He said, basically if more than 5 people come up and report to him that say, Ricky Bobby here was a fucking asshole to me like all day today, and you get 4 more people one day saying that same thing, it's like, maybe they're right. See, asshole. Right. Kick them out.
Yep.
Jockus Strappus is here tonight.
Jockus Strappus. Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to assume this isn't going to go well, but we'll see. Maybe he'll surprise us. How you doing there, Jockus?
Damn, if I'd have known he was Ricky Bobby, I'd have came in as Cal Dalton. Damn it.
Right.
Shake and bake.
Whoever those 2 plebeians are, I have no idea. Bobby, Ricky, and whatever the other one. What are they?
Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby and Cal Dalton.
The Barbie dolls or something?
From a movie called Talladega Nights.
Yeah, The Legend of Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. I've got that movie on Blu-ray, buddy.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the classics, obviously.
Holy shit.
It's hilarious, dude.
Somebody turned the light on in there, Nick. Who is that?
Mom.
My God, turn it back the fuck off, will you?
Hey, his mother is in there. Be quiet. Oh, she can't hear. It's all right. Never mind. Thank God she probably spanked Nick for being around you.
I must have missed a lot. I don't understand.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't own a clock.
A sundial. I am Jockus Strappus. I don't have a clock. I have a sundial. It's been cloudy all day, so I don't know what time
right.
it is.
I was about to say that. It's probably cloudy over there.
When the sun goes down, you're kind of screwed.
I think the only clouds are the ones in his head.
Well, that's wrong.
That was wild.
Light actually brighter. So your mom keeps shit in your bedroom?
There's shit everywhere in this house. You pick a closet, there's shit in it. No, that would look like wrapping paper or something she's pulling out of it.
So what are we going into tonight?
I don't know. I don't really care.
I just want to hear. I just want to hear Nick go, "Leave me alone, Mom."
Yeah, I don't want
really. You didn't text me first or something?
Bake me some cookies, Mom.
Yeah, right.
Shit. Well, that was hilarious.
Funny story about that baking. My mom baking. She's not she got better. Her mother was a great baker. My dad told me back in the day, my mom decided first time she ever baked brownies. She baked him brownies specifically for him. Hard as a rock. He said, I just had to eat them. I didn't want to insult her or anything.
Or get a damn polygrip out for that shit.
Right.
No, you know what? I'd like to dip. I like hard brownies. I like dipping in my coffee. Fuck yeah. I don't know. Harder the better.
Well, that'll soften them up. Yeah, I mean,
nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I like the edges. You know, you get the little edges. It's kind of crusty and stuff. Those are pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, always got to have the corner pieces, man, when they first come out of the oven. That's always the best. So
Wow.
I'm sure you studied into some of this shit, ain't you, Nick? On the Monarch project and all that stuff. Was that something you was wanting to get into, or MK Ultra, or like what was that other, like Silva mind control? I think they called it.
Yes. That's exactly what I was talking about, because I heard this on the radio, and I was like, you know, what more are these Chinese gonna do? So they've come up with an implant that to put in your head that reads your brainwaves.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of silly what they made it do, but God knows where it can go. They would put like cat ears and a cat tail on you, and
that's cool.
And it reads your state of mind, your mood, and if you're happy, the tail wags, and
what the fuck?
Yeah, it actually reads your brainwaves and does this shit.
Damn, they've come a long way since MK Ultra, dude. I'm telling you what. You know, they used LSD and methamphetamine to do that shit back then.
Right.
Now,
this is real now.
Oh, you don't want to delve into that. The Charles Manson, the MK Ultra experiment.
That's a whole other show, buddy, right there.
Right.
That's a whole show.
But
I'm somewhat of an expert on the field, actually.
LSD?
Yeah. You know, it all comes down to one thing: just behavioral control. They want to see if they can catch a man mid-flight, change his persona, and erase his past.
And they
did it.
That's where this all went in this radio program, because it started out with cat ears and a cat tail waving because somebody's feeling happy or whatever, in a good mood.
Right.
But it went further and further. It was an hour program into, well, what else? Once it's really perfected, what else can be done with this technology?
Yeah.
And
we have.
Who's going to trust the creator of this to not do total mind control of everyone?
We have a secret weapon. Put that shit in Matt's head. I guarantee you, whoever's on the other end of it is going to go completely fucking insane.
It might backfire. Shoot yourself in the mouth. Be like, fuck, what the hell just happened?
But it went out.
Experiment failed. Abort.
Criminals, sometimes people are just a born fucking criminal. They have bad attitude, bad actions, bad thoughts.
Right.
If you could implant this and program their mind to not think these bad thoughts, they're no longer a criminal. They're no longer a threat to society.
Right.
But it can be used in just the opposite way. If the nefarious motherfucker that creates these chips says, people are going to buy into this, and then you can, you could just think about another person that has a chip, and you can control their ass.
Right.
It's the next thing that they're coming up with is like texting via mind control.
Yeah.
That's the next one they're working on.
Psychic
you
abilities.
Just have to think a text to someone. They don't even have to be around you, but if they have the technology, you can text someone. Now, you know how when you hit send on an email and you didn't mean to send it to every motherfucker in the world, and you're like, oh fuck, you can't take it back.
Or you walk in the office and Betty turned around and she's got a bad, nice looking ass, and you're like, you accidentally pop open her damn text message and send nice ass chick.
Part of it. That was part of it, and they read your thinking, and it can get totally haywire.
You guys are going right up my alley here.
See, they want to cut off your ability to reproduce. That's why they would say your thoughts are your enemy, and they would castrate everybody, neutralize them to where they're just whatever your gender fluid is. I'm a it or a she or a 4 or a 10 or might be even fucking 007. You don't know, but it's just dumb shit, dude. That goes back to another one too, Nick. Fucking Neuralink. You've heard of that shit, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know all the satellites that just got sent up into space? That's Neuralink. That's the first stage of it.
That's old news.
For sure.
Old news?
There's a new one. There's a new one called the Manifest Project. That is along the lines of that group think texting, or a group thought placement thing. It's called the Manifest Project. I've been hearing things about this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, if it was used for what it was intended or what it was said it was intended for, it might be a good thing to have people with learning disabilities be able to fucking build a nuclear reactor, you know, in the heat of the moment. You know, fuck, I was a farmer in East Tennessee last week. Now I can build a fucking rocket for the space station. You know, just from
I don't know if it was people with learning disabilities building nuclear reactors. What that doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
Not necessarily learning disabilities, but having the access right there to look at in your brain. You automatically know
the learning disability.
Right.
That's the point of the whole thing. It reprograms your entire mind.
Yeah, it tells what part of your brain to fire, because that's why everybody can't totally function. They're misfiring their sections of their brain. It's not communicating to their body like it should.
So like, you want a fucking hive mentality where they don't think there's just a hive, like Beehive just works on a hive mentality. Nobody thinks of anything. They just do.
Yeah. They want to move their hand, but the part of their brain fires that tells their foot to move. You know, they're crosswired or mentally challenged. It's been known forever. It all occurs in the brain, but it's because of the way everything's wired. You may have had a jumper wire that goes from section of brain to section of brain, I guess, to put it in a mechanics term, to fail or to be growed to the other part of the brain where it shouldn't be making contact. It's just misfiring that information to the wrong connector. And that's what makes their body move the way it moves, and it's what makes their speech sound the way it sounds, because they have to make themselves crossfire their brain back to what it takes so long to do it that it don't look right, and it's not the normal, you know. So
right. Yeah, and this technology you couldn't think of anything because everyone could read your thoughts.
Exactly.
That shit gets scary.
Yeah.
You know, you walk in today and you say, you know what, my boss is just an asshole. And his ears perk up and he walks out his office and says,
"You're fired. Get the fuck out.
See you. Wouldn't want to be you."
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be fucking lobotomized to even be able to function. I mean, seriously. You know, I guess if that implant came with a permanent $20,000 a month in a lobotomy, I'd be all right. But anything else just wouldn't be acceptable.
Yeah, I think the bad of the technology would outweigh the good, because you can get, you know, paraplegics. They can walk again.
Yeah.
Program their brain to just, you know, everything works again.
Yeah. When you get hacked, you're fucked.
No, but I can squint my ears, and then whatever I'm thinking, it will be blocked out because it's like white noise.
Damn, that's cool.
You squint your ears, like closing your eyes. You close the ear holes, and you don't hear anything.
Yeah,
kicks his butt. Kicks his brain in neutral.
It just makes like white noise, and then whatever I'm thinking would not be projected out.
Well, I think they call that selective hearing.
Well, no, it makes actually like a it actually makes like a white noise when I squint my ears.
Okay, well, I bet it does.
It does. Mm-hmm.
It
might be.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it might make like a black void instead of white noise.
I like Conspiracy Night. It's pretty cool. We get off into some pretty cool shit. But
yeah, it's been on my mind for a couple of weeks now. When I heard about it, I was like, this shit could get really interesting if it.
I knew it was on your mind because you projected it to me. I already knew that.
Well, the thing about it is
you're chipped as well.
It started in 1950.
I don't need it chipped.
But it all started. Go ahead, Jerry. Sorry. There's a delay tonight.
Matt's gotten to them. They're lost now.
He hacked the program.
Oh, boy.
Maybe I made the chip.
Yeah. Well, that's the bigger thing about it. Who do you trust? China came up with this shit. Yeah. Do we trust China?
Right.
Really? Start implanting shit into Americans' brains to read their brain activity? No. Russia, any other foreign country, I wouldn't trust their ass as far as I can throw them. Hell, I don't trust fucking American government to do it.
Oh no,
they're already trying hard enough to brainwash every son of a bitch in this country.
Elon Musk actually come out and said that he and China, meaning whatever, I'm not sure what that means. I'm guessing businessmen or entrepreneurships or some shit going on in China. They were talking, and I think that's part of where the Neuralink stuff is going now, because just a few nights ago they sent 7, 8 Neuralink satellites up in the orbit,
right,
on that SpaceX rocket. So there was some crazy lights. Everybody's freaking out, saying fucking UFOs in the sky. Wasn't no damn UFOs. Just fucking Neuralink going up.
And Michael Strahan.
Right.
Who's Judas Priest over there?
Judas Priest.
What's that? I can't read it. I must have Neuralinked his ass up there, whoever it is.
Judas Priest is on a satellite in space.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I thought there was another screen popped up there. I thought I saw. Maybe I was astral projecting it.
It was just white noise. You squinted your ears?
I did. I squinted my ears. I thought I manifested something.
Damn it.
Maybe I was wrong.
Been taking some DMT, see the elves on the shelves.
Coming for you, man.
Yeah.
I took some STP earlier.
STP, nice.
What a nice huggy jacket. Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I'll be stabbing myself in the eye any minute now.
You're not big on the conspiracy stuff?
The only fucking sane one here has now gone off the deep end with this shit because it's Matt's fault. I'm the only one left. Isn't that so?
Thank you very much.
I've known about this stuff a long time. I mean, it's been there's a lot of stuff out there, man. I go down rabbit holes 7 miles deep, but at the end of the day, when you look at that stuff and you stand back and you just think about reality. How is that possible in reality? And maybe those guys had some good DMT trips, and that's what they brought back from their escape. I'm not sure, but
It's probably alien.
Got probed in the butt.
Subterraneans. Subterraneans.
What was that one movie that dude asked him if they had the probes? Like, that was funny as hell. It's like, okay, I'm abducted, and they said we don't do anal probing anymore. He's like, send me back. It's fucked up. That's the dumbest damn movie I ever seen. That's crazy. Why would they even go there? But that started a while back.
Just for you.
Isn't the subterranean people, aren't they the red and the white people that Dave used to talk about fighting each other all the fucking time? And like having wars?
No, there's aliens. Aliens living subterranean.
Yeah, no, there's not. No, there's not.
There is.
Like underground?
No, the CIA had a war with them. And
I'll tell you about one conspiracy that nobody can prove either way. There's always dumb shit and people taking films, but they say on the other side of the furthest true north pole, right, the Antarctic, on the other side of this big ice shelf, there is a whole other colonization of God, who knows? I don't know. And I started going, listening to it, and I thought, man, this shit don't even. How's that possible? But nobody can explore it, so I'm guessing the military has some big posts there. Is probably what it is, and they spread all these rumors and conspiracy theories about it to make everybody come and be the elf on the shelf and get, fucking destroyed or put in jail for breach. And they can't never tell their story anyway, so they're gone. But
who the fuck is going to be able to get there in the first place?
Right. I mean, they can fly there. It's known fact.
They got like a fucking United Airlines flight going up there? Who the fucking flight?
It'd have to be a fucking
Spirit.
Yeah, it'd have to be somebody that could fly over a fucking radar plane or something to get to even see it, what it is. But you couldn't fly a fucking 20-engine Cessna up in it. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, listen, Daryl, and Dave and Max is right. Just because it's on the internet doesn't make it true.
No, I mean, it's not on
the internet that are telling us the world is flat, and that's simply put not true, Daryl. Come back, Daryl. Come back.
I was just telling you the story. I didn't write it. I was just saying the story. I didn't write it. It's just sound like a thing to say, but it's out there because it's not necessarily on the internet. It has been supposedly documented, allegedly, by some man that walked there. And,
you bring up a good point, because look at the last 60 years of the government telling us aliens don't exist. Aliens don't exist. Then all of a sudden they're going,
now they do.
We're not alone. We're not alone. We're not alone. Now, which version do you fucking believe? Which one?
Well, here's the new theory. What's it called now? UMPs instead of UFOs, because UFO people are fucking conspiracy theorists. So now we got to call them UMPs.
Yeah.
And no longer.
And you got to call, girls guys and guys girls and no more he she. It's all it or something.
If you're 8 years old and you ain't even fucking reached puberty yet and you want to turn into a girl, fuck, man, go for it, dude. There you are. Go have a shot at it.
Yep. Good luck.
Why you still talk like a girl? That's fucked up. I mean, that's some of the dumbest shit. Everybody knows an 8-year-old kid don't have even a fully developed anything yet, let alone a damn voice. So that's where they get trapped whenever they.
See, Daryl, you're not too far gone. You're not too far gone. You can come back.
Right.
Not yet. The night's young. The night's young.
There you go. The night is young. Absolutely. But that's where I stand on that. I don't think you got rights to do any kind of mutilation to your damn body or take any kind of female or male hormones until you're of age to be able to sign up for the military or whatever else you might become of age to do.
No,
so
you shouldn't. Your parents shouldn't be able to do that either. Till your parents shouldn't be able to do that when you're a minor either. Make you do this, even if you want to.
Right. No, they can't.
Allowed to.
They have no. Whenever they start saying that's their parental right to do, that's when their parental rights need to be taken away.
Right. That's when you know that's why the kids fucked up, because the parents are fucked up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it even goes all the way back to the years of being a baby.
In this day and age, it's if the kid's fucked up, it's because the damn judge is fucked up. That's how it works.
Yeah, it's like it should be Child Protective Services. It should stop that shit.
Man,
people that want to have their kids transgender at fucking 9 or 10 years old. I mean, you're insane. You should not be You should not be a guardian of that fucking child whatsoever.
No. Sorry. No. Nobody that is. I mean, I'm not coming down on homosexuals or lesbians or LGBTQ plus 4 minus 17. I don't give a fuck about any of that. When it comes down to it, you cannot push that agenda on an adolescent child that does not know better. You cannot grow up in a gay home and possibly even come out the other side straight. I don't see how you could. And it just don't even give you a chance. I mean, it don't give you a chance to say, I want 2 lesbian moms. Fuck that. That's the dumbest
shit. I want 2 of them right now. Maybe I'll turn them back straight real quick.
And you get the butt plug and his husband or wife. Well, I don't know what each one of them, is, but to each other.
Fact check to mean opinion check. That's funny.
And they adopt these 2 babies. I guess they're twins or something. And I'm like, oh my God.
Butt gig.
How does anybody even let that happen?
You got money, man. You can pay for
that's
it.
Why.
That's the bad thing of it when you start giving an 8-year-old, let alone 12-year-old or whatever. 12-year-old usually are already kind of in puberty or whatever. And but some people come in at 10 or 11. So, 8-year-old, you're still talking with that tenor voice, and it never changes because right there it's stunted with estrogen. Of course, estrogen don't change your voice, but it'll keep it at the status to where it's at. Testosterone is really the only thing that will change your voice.
Do you guys are you guys aware that the castrinados are?
How?
Castrinados.
Aren't those Spanish women dance with on their fingers?
Okay.
No, they were boys that. Well, Jerry, I'm gonna blow another bubble up your Catholicism.
Yeah, okay, Douglas. Good job, man.
They would castrate. They would castrate boys. This is like in the 15th century, 16th century. Castrate boys at 12 so that they could remain in the choirs of churches and still have the Michael Jackson voice.
Yeah.
That's great.
That doesn't shock me one bit.
Does that explain Chris Tucker? Chris Tucker's funny as hell, but man.
Look it up. It's true. Castrinato. It was like alto, soprano, castrinato. It was actually a fucking musical term for him.
Yeah, like castration something or another. Yeah. Due to castration, your natto stays, high pitched.
They can put a rubber band on their nuts or something.
Yeah, right. Like they do pigs. It's sad what they do to pigs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shit.
But like eunuchs, back in the Roman days,
Same thing.
But most eunuchs were men, so I don't know why they picked the men to do this shit. I don't know what the whole reason was.
Can only be a man. I think a eunuch.
So they wouldn't.
Grown men.
They wouldn't defile the harem. They were not capable of,
right. Yeah, they did that to keep his sex drive away, so that he could be a loyal servant to the master. Yeah, I've read that story too, buddy. That's some horrific shit. It's sad to think that people could even go down that road to where they would, I mean, not only modify somebody's body, but fucking, what would you even call that?
Mutilate.
Mutilate, yeah. As simple as it gets.
Yeah, it's just like this crap they do to these little girls in these Muslim countries. I mean,
well, it's the same thing as doing it with livestock. It does the same thing.
Yeah, well, they cull the herd, so to speak, in livestock, because you find one that's like, a little thrown off or something, so they make it to where they cannot reproduce. They just keep the best of the best. That's what they do.
Wow. Yeah, they either kill them or just take their ovaries out and stuff.
Well, now I don't know how you pick out a Down syndrome cow or anything, or bull, but I don't know.
Well, if he's if he's just not well behaved or something, I don't know what it's all about.
It's all in the moo, buddy. All in the moo.
I know those, the bull riders, when they ride those big ass bulls, there's a reason that they put that damn strap by their nuts so damn tight. I'd be mad too. Kicking and bucking and throw anybody off. I mean, it's kind of painful.
I tell you, farm animals, man, they're kind of the coolest thing ever because they got their own attitude. They got their own thing they do every day. They don't really vary from that shit a whole lot. And when I was a little boy, I grew up on a little small pig farm. It was only like 32 acres. It had a little pond and a lower field, and like a strawberry, where they planted strawberries, and then clover in the other field where the deer come up, and we pet them. We pet the deers, yeah. And so for all the people that heard, it's animal activists. We petted them.
We pet them, all right.
Yeah, but anyway, it was great. It was a great life, man. It was, feeding the cow and a couple cows, and had a little horse that just was out there for aesthetics. I mean, he was just running around keeping everybody in fucking line, a little donkey. And had shit ton of pigs. If you ever remember Tennessee State Senator Tommy Burks was his name. He got murdered on his farm in Cookeville, Tennessee, which is just right across the border from me, about 30 minutes away. And anyway, Tommy and my dad were really good friends, and they traded hogs, or basically, he would buy piglets and stuff from Tommy. He had a big pig farm. He sold to slaughterhouses and all over the place, and major stock barns and all that. Well, Dad would cut out the middleman and go work for him. Anyway, yeah, that's where we got most of our livestock from. He had a big old farm right there on the main interstate, and he was like larger than life, man. Good dude. Just he'd give you shirt off his back, but he didn't ever let that shit go to his head. And his wife, I think, is still in that shit somewhere. What's her name? Shirley Burks, maybe? No, her last name is Burks, though. She's still
not that Dr. Burks that works along with Fauci.
No,
crazy.
No, I don't think so. No, they were Republican. So, my dad was a Democrat, or still is a Democrat to this day, and he hates Trump.
Dr. Burks,
I don't know.
She kind of disappeared, didn't she?
You noticed that?
She must have saw that what Fauci was going to do and said, I don't want no part of that.
Getting off the bandwagon before it's too late.
Bailing out before people start going to fucking jail and shit and getting,
convicted
of murder.
What was that? The dude that had the pig farm and you were just he didn't let it go to his head. Well, thank God he didn't let it go to his head. Jesus Christ. That's everybody's fucking aspiration in life to have a fucking pig farm. I gotta tell you.
He was a state senator.
Salt of the earth, wasn't he? Yeah. Fucking A.
He did. He was a state senator. He was a state senator.
How come he got murdered? How come he got murdered? No one gives a fuck about his pigs. Why did he get murdered?
Did they feed him to the pigs?
There was a little crook. His name was Byron Looper. He was a county tax assessor in Putnam County. And him and Tommy had been arguing over some fucking left-wing bullshit that he was trying to pass in Putnam County to put a restriction on people's lands to where they couldn't do certain things anymore on their property. They couldn't work on their vehicles. They couldn't work on lawn equipment. They couldn't. Everything at night had to be parked in a fucking garage, and just dumb shit. Tommy said, no way I'm letting that shit fly in Tennessee. No way, no how. And the guy drove up one morning. Motherfucker drove through Dairy Queen drive-through before he went and did it. He was right on film doing it.
Gotta have priorities.
You gotta have coffee or something before you kill a guy, right?
Get your damn ice cream, your brain freeze.
Well, then,
but he drove
maybe
up
it did go to his head, huh? After all,
he
drove up to his head, huh?
He drove up beside of him, shot him, and then from what I remember, I'm not exactly, don't quote me on it, but from what I remember, he drove up, shot him through his passenger side window into his head, and then got out of the car and put a few more in him for good measure, and drove off and threw the gun somewhere down on the side of the road going toward Monterey.
And that was the infamous pig wars of 1986.
Yeah, no, it was a little bit bigger deal than that. I can guarantee you that. But just look up the murder of Tommy Burks, he's got a fucking interstate named after him, all kind of shit.
Oh, liberals will take over that and rename that shit. They'll tear down the interstate.
Yeah.
To get rid of it.
Probably.
Oh,
But yeah, pig farmers make a shitload of money there, man. You might want to have to invest in some pigs in your lifetime. Hell, even chickens. You could have picked shit with the chickens all your life and made a shitload of money.
They still own like 350 acres, 400 acres right beside the interstate. And big old beautiful fucking 2-story house on the hill, you know what I mean? Beautiful place. I bought an RX-7 off of them one time, a long, long time ago. That car, me and my dad, we go over there when I was a kid. And Tommy would always take us into the garage. So, because, we did work for him and stuff. But I guess Dad was friends with him or his wife, or maybe even more, I'm not sure. But I was a young kid. But anyway, I always said I wanted that damn car. I'd love to have that thing to drive. And his wife said, I don't ever drive it no more, but, we're thinking about selling it. Well, they thought about selling it for like 12 years, but they never did. But they wouldn't start it. After like 5-6 years, the mechanic used to come by like once every 3 months. That guy that worked for them, I guess, as a mechanic on their vehicles. He'd come by and start it every so often, and they finally just said, quit doing it, push it outside, and it sat outside on the concrete driveway for like 7-8 years. And I finally stopped in there one day, and I said, look, you going to sell me that car, or you going to let it sit here finish rotting into the ground, She said, well, I don't think it'll run now. I was like, yeah, I don't think it will either. It's a rotary engine, so probably not. Probably all the seals stuck down, apex seals and stuff stuck down in the rotors. But I bought it, and I got it running. It was ate up pretty good. But, believe it or not, those cars, they hold a resale value, especially first and third gen. Those two of the RX-7s hold the resale value really well.
He is. Her name is Charlotte.
Charlotte, there you go.
She is one of the first Tennessee state senators to win as a write-in candidate, and one of the very few American politicians to win as a write-in candidate. She took over for her husband, and she won in 2002, 2006, and 2010.
Yeah. Great people, man. Some of the best people I ever met in my life.
You do. Yeah.
But yeah,
were they ever alien abducted?
I doubt it very seriously. They were really level-headed Republicans, and they was conservative straight down the middle. And it
he said he was highly conservative. Didn't like evolution taught in school. Didn't like abortion, all that. I mean, I think it's a little overboard with the evolution, but
right. Yeah.
Evolution.
We all evolved, so I know their theory. Right. Some of us are just monkeys. Just a damn monkey.
I do what I can, though. I do what I can.
Shit.
Yeah, I know. Monkey. Monkey is yeah, you can't. It's great ape. Great apes. You're not,
great
different
ape
category of.
I like some great ape now. Yeah.
I look at it like this: believe whatever the hell you want. If it makes you happy, fucking believe it. If you believe in killing people, if you believe that you should kill people that don't agree with you, then you should be killed yourself. That's my whole theory on that.
Yeah, that all explains why there's still fucking monkeys. I mean, come on. Dude. Human race would have evolved if that was their predecessor. So
I think the definition is monkeys have tails and great apes don't have tails. I think that's a difference. I'm not sure about that. I believe.
Yeah, an ape does not have a tail. A monkey does.
Yeah, no, we did not evolve from apes. That's for sure. No, they're not saying we were monkeys. We were apes, which apes are not the same as monkeys for some reason, even though they're of the same DNA strand but different. Something happened there. But
we do have a tailbone.
We do have a tailbone. Yeah.
There's some people get born with
apes do too, but
yeah.
Well, here's something.
Yeah, except mine was in the front over here when I was born with my tail over here.
Yeah. Look like what was that? What is that? The pit bulls? They cut the tail off. It's about how short your tail is.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna come up with something like that.
Man, I got that little female white and brown dog of mine. She don't have any tail whatsoever. She's got like one bone that comes out and curls up, but it's just like hair growing out of it, really long. But she doesn't have a tail, and was born that way. Kind of looks like a bobcat the way she even walks. I'm like, how's that even possible?
Well, it is possible in genetical variations of breeding over time that dog breeds have had to endure that have basically made certain breeds almost inert, in other words.
Yeah, going back to the castration of animals so that they do not reproduce to create some kind of strange ass form of the purebred animal. But now you have them crossbreeding animals to make some strange ass shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've had a whole thing on dogs. When they started breeding, like your selective breeding of dogs, like they get your bulldogs, your schnauzers, blah blah blah. If you saw them like 200 years ago, they don't even look the same. They're even German shepherds don't look like they used to, in like 200 years ago. The genetic line has been so weakened. That's why they have all these like hip dysplasia problems and all that kind of bullshit. It's man's interference.
So you're saying it's like a weed strain. Whenever you pass plants from generation to generation, they become less of their own strain.
Right.
They become something else. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of that. It's like the too purebred breeds problems. It's like even like inbreeding with people. It's all fucked up. You know what I mean? When you marry your cousins and your fucking,
right. Some breeders will frickin', breed the mother with her own damn son. And I'm like, okay, y'all just getting into incest here.
Cats do that. I learned the hard way.
Yes, cats
white hairs and pink eyes. Huh? Good old pink eyes.
But they seem to fuck cats up, though, somehow. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Probably just makes them more evil and devious.
I don't think cats are evil. I don't think they're evil, Nick.
I don't know. Some strange shit.
They plot on a motherfucker all the time. That's all cats do.
They sit there and they will watch your ass and say, "When can I attack this motherfucker?"
Yep.
They will.
Yep. Yep. Can't wait till you die, motherfucker. I'm gonna eat you.
Wow.
They are evil.
Knowing this is coming out of a human mind makes me wonder who the evil one is.
I don't mess with cats, dude.
The cats came to me.
Yeah,
I fed them. They're evil. So I could come up with some dumb shit to do. Like,
first of all, my dogs don't like cats. We go outside, the neighbors' cats, they come up and sleep on my couch or on my outside furniture because it's got nice comfy seats on it, and it's got block off from the wind, kind of the way it's set up. So this time of year it's kind of cold out there, and but anyway, my dogs go out, and boy, I tell you what, they have a hard fucking time getting out of here. But they make it. Neither one of them got caught yet.
Well, my dogs get along fine with my 5 cats. In all of them, even the ones that got 3 outside and 2 inside, they all get along fine. But if another cat or another dog shows up and my dogs are outside, they go batshit crazy, even though they aren't big enough to do anything, because they'll probably get, if it's a big enough dog, they're going to get eaten in one bite, but they sure think they're Billy Badass.
Right.
The cats, on the other hand, will fight with specific cats.
Yeah. They know they don't like.
Yeah. Except the ones that come to eat their food. They let them fucking run rampant and eat all the fucking food outside. And then in the morning, they're begging at the door, "I'm hungry, motherfucker, feed me." I'm like, how about you eat your damn food when I give it to you and you don't sleep all day and stay up all fucking night running the roads or something?
I think we got to get Nick a woman or something. I don't know. He seems like he may be going a little bit nuts, sir.
No. Yeah. Well, the last one I had was more evil than a cat. That's all I have to say.
Nick, not all women want to kill you.
No, I mean, I totally believe
it. I wouldn't say that. One way or the other, they do. I gotta tell you,
they want to knock a pause in that statement and think about it.
Okay, yeah, maybe not overtly, or they don't all want to hit, man, but they
like a cat. Yeah, they're like a cat, just thinking about it all the time.
Oh yeah.
plotting it.
Shit all in your shoes tonight while you're asleep. That's the first thing to
get
think
away
about.
with this and not get caught.
Yeah, I'm going to get in there and eat your fish. I'm going to kill your hamsters, and I'm going to shit in your shoe because I ate too much.
Just because I can't.
Yep. I don't know. I've just never had no luck with cats. I can tolerate a cat if I have to, but we've never jived. I'm a dog guy. I like my dog.
I like cats, but I see no reason to torture them with my dogs, so I don't have any.
Right.
Yeah, my dogs get along with all my cats, so that's fine. But
Teapot,
my indoor cats do not get my indoor cats do not get along with the outdoor cats.
Yeah.
The outdoor cats a couple of them try to come in, and every time they do, they get their asses handed to them and kicked because these fuckers in my house are huge. These two brothers, and any stray cat that comes in the house, they will kick their fucking ass. You look at any other animal in the house, they don't care. But cats, they're like, these motherfuckers don't belong here.
Cats are extremely territorial.
Yes.
Guys, I just want to give a shout out to let you guys know about an energy drink that's out there. If you do drink energy drinks, if you don't, that's fine. I'm not pushing nothing on you. But my sponsor is called Root, ROOT, and it's kind of cool stuff, man. It's got like an old Pac-Man vibe to the can and all that shit. But it's really good. It don't give you the jitters. It don't give you the shakes. It's actually got stuff in it for your cognitive. It's got ginseng and just all kinds of good shit for your body. But anyway, you can check them out over on root.com. It'd be great. And if you decide to, let me know. I can send you a promo code, and you can get you a good deal. I've got a care package on the way. It should be here in the next 4 or 5 days.
I have a system for when I don't have energy. It's called taking a fucking nap.
Well, this right here, it's like I say, man. It's it helps with your cognitive. It gives you actually like energy that's not like in your brain, not like fucking jittery. It makes your body jerk and shit.
Ain't like taking no-dos and drinking Red Bull and shit.
Right. It's caffeine, but it's not like it's like extracted from a green tea type of caffeine.
Larry Burns wants the link. Larry Burns wants the link.
Root.com. And I'll see if I got to find. Yeah, I got to get to that code though. I don't know. I think
that
it's
could
S2S.
Get you anywhere, Larry.
Hey, I got a sponsor too.
Yeah, don't go to Pornhub first.
Don't misspell it.
Yeah, but you get like an 8-pack at the end of it all, like $28, something like that.
$28.
Yeah, I mean they're normally like $4 to $8 a piece.
Motherfucker better keep me awake for a week like a crackhead.
Well, like I say, it's not like a Monster either, man, where you're gonna go fucking crash later on either. So it's not like that.
Leap tall buildings in a single bound and shit.
I've never drank a Monster or a Red Bull or any of those things. I've never had one.
Yeah, I never have had an energy drink in my life. My daughter used to live on that shit. She kept passing out all the fucking time from it.
Right.
Hey, ExpressVPN, give them a shout out too. ExpressVPN is a good place to be. If you ever want, if you don't want
over here, Jerry.
Yeah, Daniel, good point.
Yeah,
we got sponsors all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Where's my case? Sponsors, and I'm selling his shit.
Hey, it'll all pay dividends. It'll all pay dividends. Trust me.
Yeah, to you. When the hell am I gonna make some fucking money on this show?
Well,
it starts selling root.
Yeah, selling oh, shit.
I got
Yeah.
your root right here.
That sounds like a good name for a podcast.
Depends. Well, my
That's
luck,
what
our
I'm doing.
sponsored be Depends.
Hell yeah. Why not? If it pays the bills, why not? But that sounds like a good name for a podcast there, Nick.
I got your root right here.
Selling
yeah,
root.
I had to sell root when I lived in San Francisco with my dad for a winter. Yeah, I was selling root down in Union Square.
Mm-hmm. You rooting with the pigs too?
Yeah, I'm not proud of it. You know what I mean?
Man, I wish I'd have wrote that whole thing down. Damn it.
That.
I meant to write that down where I could have that link and give you the // and the fucking promo code and all that shit at one whack.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
What kind of a fucking guy am I to not have my damn shit
you're gonna
right?
Promote something that you don't even know where the fuck to send us to.
I'm just working. I'm just working off the memory here, guys.
Let me ask you something. How much money are you getting from these fucking people?
They are actually sponsoring our team. I don't get any direct payment from them, but what I do get is software updates for my
your team of what?
My e-racing esports team.
We have your imaginary racing thing.
Yeah, they're my imaginary friends.
Hey, all right. So, what is the average sponsor that pays you? I mean, I know this is none of my fucking business, but I feel like killing myself, so I want to know.
I get the perks of being able to do things like have that sponsorship, have my cars that I use painted with the logos of the people I represent, just like NASCAR. I go to real-time NASCAR, races. I'm on pit road with the team, hanging out on the pit box, like the shit you saw on my, I'm sure you've seen that on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
So we get to do, real life stuff like that. That was a $1,500 pass right there all day long. I mean, those are not just handed out.
You don't actually get any money?
If I get money, see, I get money if I win. And what I do is I use our sponsors to pay my, what you would call tuition, every year, which costs roughly $80-$90 a year just for the subscription to the service. And you race with real racers. You race with the real Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jimmy Johnson. All those guys are there. They don't necessarily race with you every race, but they're up in the fucking pro levels. So they've got really high ratings, and that's where I'm striving to get. Now I'm running with this other team that took our team on in what would you call that? A mutual relationship, I guess you would call it. They provide the setups for the cars to make us fast. I get, like I say, if I break a piece of equipment, they pay for that. They send me a new computer, just the damn base alone for my race wheel is like $550. That's the cheapest one you can buy, unless you want to go with some Logitech fucking junk from Walmart. And I don't do that. I race, pro equipment. I just don't have time to do what I used to do. And anyway, but it's a big time thing, man. There's a lot of people getting. I mean, at the end of it all, probably $3,000-$3,500 a month donated to this bank account, which, like I was telling, I don't know if I told you or not, but I'm a board member on this. It's called Sim2 Serious, but I'm one of the 5 board members. I don't handle benevolence or any of that shit. I'm kind of the PR guy. I put out emails and, talk to sponsors and get care packages sent out. I mean, I do get, like I say, they send me T-shirts and energy drinks and like a trinket for my car, like a car charger or something like that, magnetic car charger for your phone, or, they send you innovative stuff, new inventions and shit like that maybe they partnered with in their business. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's just like a mutual share thing. But now on the other side of it, what you were talking about was where's the damn money involved? You have the real time races that send you out into basically all you're doing at that point is you're representing your sponsors. Well, doing that gets you paid in the sense of getting better setups to where you can go out and be faster and beat Dale Earnhardt Jr. if he's racing you.
So that's not how he's a gay guy. Listen, what are your career winnings?
My career winnings, I really just got serious about it this last year. I think I've won maybe total 27, 28,000, something like that.
Dollars?
Yeah.
Making left turns on a computer screen?
Credits.
Well, if that's what you want to call it. No, not credits. Money in my bank account. They send it through PayPal. It goes into my bank account. That's how it works.
You win 20. You've won $28,000 in your whatever how long it's been.
It's a lot of years. 10 years.
For racing on the computer.
Well, it's yeah, and it all comes down to just like we are right now. We are on a server with people. Whenever you get your name out there, it's just like instead of us four setting on the screen, if I'm streaming it live, I would be sitting behind my computer screen on a steering wheel, and you'll see a camera facing me, which I'm not doing. I don't have a cam on my computer now. I did have, but I don't now. But anyway, you would see me, and you would be watching my car on the track. I'd be a little square box over in the corner like one of us are now. And of course, you could see me or you could flip it, whichever one. I'm sure they don't want to watch me sitting there doing this shit though. But it shows you on the track. You can put whatever view you want for your scenic view, and that person's watching you and rooting for you to go. I mean, I've seen some of these guys with 35, 40,000 people watching them at one time go out and bust ass, win a race, and win money. But you work toward your pro career, and when you get to a certain point, you go race these trucks in what's called Road to Pro. So you race basically like the Craftsman Truck Series, if you remember those trucks. You go out and you race those trucks, and whoever wins the championship to the top 12 goes into the Pro Series, and they win their way in. And there's already like 32 of them that's already won their way in and deserve the right to already be there. So they're racing the Cup cars, and that's where you go after you get inducted in, is into the Cup Series. And then you're in the running for $300,000. A prize pack value of $300,000. And you go to Homestead, Miami, whenever they crown, or wherever they did. They did it in Nashville this year. You go stand on the stage, you get a trophy, you get a check for first place, I think it's $100,000 or $125,000. Second place, $50,000. Third place, $25,000. And then they divvy out like $5,000 down to $1,000 on down to P12 for the championship series. It's big time. I mean, it's not no joke anymore, man. And it all got brought to be and made in big fruition whenever the pandemic hit. If you go back and look at some of NBC, or what was it, NBCSN Sports Network on NBC, you can see instead of the real Cup drivers racing on the track because they got canceled because nobody could go to it, they were in those virtual cars racing on that track on television. You can find that on YouTube. You can look like the COVID races, or I forget how you look it up, but that's what they were doing. We were sitting right there instead of watching them on television, though. I was in the room watching them do it live. So it was pretty cool. I mean, it's, hell, of course, like I say, it ain't no big deal. I was stood in the stall next to fucking Kevin Harvick and Alex Bowman and 2 or 3 other guys taking a piss in the damn pisser. So, I mean, it's just like whatever, no big deal. So, I mean, you can't hardly ask for an autograph. You probably get it wrote in piss, but,
You gotta take a virtual piss? What?
Was no virtual piss. I was talking about at Bristol. I was in the bathroom taking a piss, and they were all standing there taking a piss in another stall, at a racetrack, for real. So that's the perks of doing what I do online, is getting to see the shit in real life, and it just all becomes inconsequential. It's just like it don't matter. It's just like another day in the fucking office, because those people are no more famous than we are. For one, they are famous, but everybody fucking puts their shoes on and shits in the same fucking kind of toilet. So it's just it is what it is.
Yeah, just as long as you're all in the same headroom there, and you ain't like checking shit. Mine's bigger than yours. You might be fast, but mine's bigger than yours.
Shit, be surprised what 2 inches can do at 300 mile an hour. Oh, right. Shit.
All right. I didn't need to know that. No.
I heard that one time. An old dude at work told me. I was like, that's the funniest shit I ever heard, dude.
But no, this gaming thing. These people have YouTube channels, and they have hundreds of thousands of people just watch them play games.
Yeah, you can go. You want to see some of my old stuff from like last year? You can go to High Slide Racing on YouTube, and there was a Michigan race, a couple other races. I had drove all the fucking way out front. I mean, come from like last place, drove around all these pieces of shits, got up front, was out there leading, and got took out. Just got wrecked, got fucked over, and that's why I was never able to finish that one the way I wanted to. But it is what it is. I mean, it's, a lot of people get mad over stuff like that, and at the end of the day, you just go say it's a fucking game, and not get stressed out over it. Now, if it was a $500,000 car and I was on a racetrack, and bullfrogs had wings and shit, and they wouldn't bump their ass when they jumped from lily to lily, I guess. But
right, well, if it was like a World Series poker championship. You never heard that, Jerry? Bullfrogs had wings, it still bumped their ass. Still.
No, I'm from the civilized South. We don't say shit like that.
But yeah, like these World Poker Tour guys, these guys win millions of dollars to make it. I mean, this shit goes through like 100 rounds, and somebody has to make it all the way through this crap. That travels around the world. They have to eventually end up being the winner of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And like, holy shit.
There's big money in it, man.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a couple, 3 guys. I think one's name is Zach Novak, and you got, what's his fucking name? He was champion forever. I mean, he won like $100 grand every year, just like forever and ever and ever. Ray Alfala, that was his name. But I mean, they hang out every day with those fucking race car drivers and shit. One dude, Michael Conti, when he was like 11, 12-year old, he joined a team that I was on, or they was the guys I'm still with actually, But he was real young. I think he was still in school and shit, of course. And he grew up. He was working at the fucking Safe Mart and whatnot, but he went pro. He took, he decided he had time to do it after school, so he went pro. And he's been in there winning big money ever since. Now he works at a Chevrolet dealership for fucking Rick Hendrick, which is the biggest name in motorsports, if you know Rick. But I got a couple friends that actually work for him. One of them works in the auto sports, so not the motorsports side of things. Works in like the same as Michael Conti, but he's also like a development driver for Joe Gibbs Racing, and goes and does that shit whenever they want him to practice. He'll go to test their cars for him. But he's trying to work his way into a real ride. I mean, it's got several people, real car rides. Martin Truex Jr. I think he met Dale Earnhardt Jr. and they became buddies. And Dale sent him a care package in the mail from Mellow Yellow or Mountain Dew. And next thing you know, he's driving for Earnhardt Incorporated. But
yeah, we got some dude in San Diego that was the shit in NASCAR for a while. He's got like a bunch of car dealerships in San Diego, like Chevys or something.
Probably Rick Hendricks.
His fucking name was. No,
not Rick Hendricks. I know Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace does his thing here in Tennessee, but maybe North Carolina too. But.
No, I don't remember what his fucking name is. I don't care what his fucking name is.
Well, I mean, he had Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet, but that wasn't in California either. I don't know of any NASCAR drivers in California except Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, it might be Jeff Gordon. El Cajon, I think he was from, actually.
Yeah, him or Jimmy Johnson.
They're all like Ricky, Bobby, Jimmy, Jeffy, whatever the fuck they are. I don't know what the fuck they are.
No,
Jimmy, Jeffy, Billy, Jimmy, Johnny, Jukey, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I've been to the NHRA Spring Nationals 3 times in Baytown, Texas, and your ticket comes with a pit pass. You get to meet every fucking driver, the pit crews. You just walk up on them, and they're between races, tearing the motherfucker down, putting it back together, and the drivers are all out and about. They'll get on stage and make speeches here and there, and the coolest shit. I mean, it's the coolest shit you ever seen. Never been in NASCAR.
I tell you, the tailgating party's way more fun than the fucking race. Even better than any football game tailgate party I've ever seen. You got the dude. I mean, it's just like an episode of Saturday Night Live every time you go, because you can watch the dumbasses around you do stupid shit, getting drunk, falling on their ass, doing the stick on the forehead thing where they walk around the pole 4 times this way and 4 times this way, and then chug a beer. And I've seen that. We got a YouTube video somewhere on that. Been a while back. I heard it went viral, but it wasn't mine. It was my buddy Brian's. And I was like, man, that was probably one of the funnest nights I've ever had. After the race, we just went out in the parking lot and got shit-faced and put a big tent up over our truck and just hung out for the rest of the damn night. Wouldn't have got out no way. It'd been a damn shit show. You get like 150,000 damn people's cars out. Outside, that's hard to get out all at once.
Yeah, we have a place here and just on the outskirts of Eunice that I think at one point it was a drag strip, and then they turned it into race horsing.
Cool.
Since that's been years ago, since then it closed down. Now we still have racehorse tracks like Lafayette, Louisiana, Evangeline Downs, and all that crap. But the one that was here, we still have one that's near Baton Rouge. It's a little town called Livonia. There's a drag strip there. You can actually bring your personal car and go run against somebody else. Go there and take your car and see how Billy Badass you are and get time.
Tear the drive shaft out of it and pull it home. One of the two.
Right.
Shit. Yeah. A little town, next town down from me. Well, maybe a little further than next town. But anyway, a place called Westall, Tennessee. They had, I forget how many acres it was. There's a lot of damn acreage. And they were getting ready to build a big industrial park in there. And Nashville wanted another racetrack. And they're like, no, you already got 2 racetracks. You can't have any more. So they traded spots with Westall. So now we're getting a big motorsports park in Westall, which is, like I say, about 17, 20 miles from me. And that's going to bring a lot of money. That'll bring a lot of revenue. You're going to have a rally course like Travis Pastrana, Ken Block, all them guys do the rally course stuff in the little fiestas and whatnot. And then you get your draft guys, and so it'll be a professional track. Supposedly, it's going to have this big ass fucking mall all kind of cool stores and shit in it. But we'll see. I don't know how it'll work out. Hopefully it'll bring a lot of good jobs and a lot of good fun.
Yeah, we have a drag strip that goes straight through Eunice on Highway 190. And it could bring a lot of money if the cops would fucking go out and catch all the goddamn motherfuckers that don't know how to drive and speed.
Right, right.
It's like a drag strip every day.
That's like going to a NASCAR race. Everybody's racing to get there, you know?
Exactly. Well, half these motherfuckers don't even know where they're going. They just decide on the fly. Need to go here.
I was on my way back home from Kentucky Speedway one night. Just had got out on the road, man. We've been sitting in line for like 2 hours to get out of this fucking racetrack. And finally got out to where we could breathe. The cars are starting to spread out, back to 70 mile an hour. And this girl was over in the slow lane and decided she wanted to cut 3 or 4 lanes. I guess it's 3 lanes all the way across fucking interstate and cram her brakes on in front of me. I was like, what the hell provoked that shit? You know, it was like a fucking brake check. And I almost ate her damn lunch for her.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Yeah. Assholes in the outside lane. I'm on the inside lane with a purpose to where I'm going. I'm like fucking coming home from work.
Yeah.
And this jackass decides they need to speed up and just cut me off and get in the turning lane all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you didn't know you were going there in the first place? You could have got behind me or ahead of me way back there. They try to wreck their ass. It's almost like one of these setup wrecks that they. That's why your insurance gets so fucking high.
That's what I thought that was.
Louisiana.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was on that interstate that night, man. Of course, she would have lost big time. She was in like a little Nissan Sentra, and I was in a big ass Yukon 4-door, fucking big ass. I could have rolled right over top of her. She would have never been like a speed bump in the road. But I don't know how she could have possibly thought that was going to help her.
People are stupid.
That's about the only explanation
you just can't help.
Yeah, they got expressways and causeways and get the fuck out of the ways and all kind of shit.
Yeah, they took here through Eunice, they took a 2-lane road and made it into a 4-lane road with a turning lane that goes like a median that goes all the way down through the center. So basically 5 lanes.
Right.
So it's kind of a squeeze during rush hour. Because big trucks coming, because Highway 190 is a big causeway up as opposed to I-10, Interstate 10. 190 is the alternate route to get anywhere. And it comes right through Eunice. These fuckers they don't know how to use the turning lane. They'll pull over. They need to take a left all of a sudden. Half their ass is in the inside lane. So they're blocking traffic the whole time. Like, geez. When you leave your house, plan where the fuck you're going. That way you know when to get in the lane and get the fuck out of here.
Right.
They don't do that. It's immediate. They decide, I need to go here now.
They're talking about building roundabouts here in my county now. So I guess we'll see. Too many accidents at these certain 4-way stops. And they finally had somebody die, I guess, at a 4-way. So they decided to make it a roundabout now. That's kind of cool, though. I mean, they work really well. I mean, hell, in Italy, that's all they have. Fuck, there's no left-hand turns in Italy. You always turning right.
As long as people can figure out how to get the fuck out of it. Some just can't. They just go round and round and round.
Circles. Yeah, they work, though. They serve a good purpose.
I got to go. I don't feel very well. And y'all just stay on, do whatever you want. I'll talk to you later.
Well, shit. I feel better, buddy.
Hell, I thought I had bad news today with my director got tested positive for COVID today.
Damn.
They sent us home at 2:30 in the afternoon so that the environmental services can come in and disinfect the entire office.
Damn. You had to go get tested?
No. I hadn't really been in close contact with him lately. So there's that. I don't come in close contact with many people, so
I've been
stay away from motherfuckers.
I've been thinking about just going out and do a preemptive strike on it and just do monoclonal antibodies. Go ahead and pay for it or whatever I got to do it. Because I hear that works way better than any other thing you can do other than natural immunity.
Well, that's just blasphemy, Daryl.
Right. Right.
Because it was brought up by Trump, so you can't do that,
Right. Yeah, I mean,
now they're having to eat crow and say, well,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
it kind of works better than this, but they're still downplaying natural immunity.
They're trying to restrict a lot of that shit coming into Republican states, but our representatives are on that shit. They said they were going to bring it, make sure we have plenty of it. So hopefully that'll work.
Yeah, well, they cock blocked it in Florida when DeSantis wanted it, and they cut the supply chain, for the anything, the ivermectin, the hydroxychloroquine, the whole damn bunch. They cut the whole supply chain because they claim that it's unproven science. It's not a proven COVID back helper or whatever you want to call it. Well, neither is this vaccine they're giving people. Apparently that ain't working out too goddamn well either.
Ain't working worth a shit.
Yeah.
They've even said that they're trying to block the use of ivermectin while they're doing this study that's supposed to be done in 2023. After the study, that'll tell you whether or not you can use it, regardless of whether your doctor says you can use it or not. They've been using that shit forever, dude. There's nothing wrong with taking it, even if you don't have a fucking viral load. Nothing wrong with it.
Right. Maintenance drug, so to speak. As long as you ain't going to fucking Tractor Supply and get fucking horse cream.
Yeah, right. No, you
don't be a dumbass.
No,
There's a human version of it.
Yeah, you can go to your doctor and get it legally prescribed.
It's like the hydroxychloroquine. That was for malaria, all kind of shit.
Yeah. Viral issues, yeah.
Yeah, all viral issues.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. I mean, if you think about it, I hope everybody knows that the government owns part of the patent to like Pfizer and Moderna and all of these vaccines. The government has a stake in it, so they're gonna push that shit as opposed to the alternatives because they're cheap. So they're like, oh no, we can't make any money off of that. So we have to just push this bullshit and mandate it. Well, I hope the Supreme Court actually has the balls to do the right thing in the end, because now all these states are suing Biden administration for all these fucked up mandates. No, you can't mandate that shit. There's no way you can mandate that crap. It's personal choice. They need to read the Constitution is what they need to do.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. Hell, they're even talking about maybe you want to give up your rights for a temporary solution to a problem. It's like, no, I think I'll just keep mine. Think so.
I'll take my chance. How about that?
Yeah. Like shit. Like to meet me outside, girl.
Right. Yeah, catch me outside.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, if I made it 52 years with the shit I've done in my past, I might have a chance to make it a little bit longer,
right,
and not have to be forced into doing some stupid shit that I don't know what the repercussions are going to be.
Yeah, they don't know.
I know what the original vaccines did to me.
Yeah,
and that killed me.
Yeah, everybody's taking their chances. I mean, there's no long-term studies at all. I mean, we are the fucking long-term study on the drug.
We got the the mask mandate is back in place as of today in California.
Oh yeah, indoor, outdoor, by yourself,
mask
riding a
mandate
bike,
back in place.
Flying a kite.
I'll get me a fucking Lone Ranger mask and put it on. Fuck them.
Right. It's such ridiculous shit. Mask man, and I mean, hell, what they say, like 70+% of the United States is vaccinated.
Yeah,
and
we should be good, right?
And the shit's running rampant, and people get
what
infected again. So yeah, masks don't work. So first it was Fauci saying, "Well, you don't. It just quarantine for 15 days. That'll level the the curve or flatten the curve." Then and we don't need to wear a mask because they don't work. Then before the vaccines came out, it was, well, how about you wear a mask and you stay 6 feet apart and social distance.
Yeah, arbitrary distance. How the fuck do you know 6 feet? What? That's pretty goddamn close. I mean, what does that
and then
prove?
they actually
Nothing.
reduced it over time to 3 feet.
Yeah,
like you're making up shit now. You're just making shit up now. And then
just put on
says,
4 masks.
Yeah, well, you need to, social distance plus put on, 2 to 10 masks, so you really can't fucking breathe. Of course, it'll stop it eventually, since you can't fucking breathe and you won't breathe in anything.
Yeah.
These masks on the box of these fucking little masks that had the blue front, straight up says, will not protect you from COVID-19.
Yeah.
I told my wife this morning. I said, "Oh, the mask mandate's back in effect." I said, "I wonder if I go anywhere, if anybody's going to do it. Is anybody going to do it?"
Most
they
people
get fined. Yeah, I mean, California.
All the stores had the thing up, mask back in, but half the people in there didn't fucking have them on. They didn't say a goddamn thing about it.
Well, good.
No, the stores need to make money. They don't give two shits one way or the other. I mean, the stores are getting robbed in California as it is, like Nordstrom's and all these places.
What's that dumb bitch? She actually retracted her fucking. Remember the last thing she said? She took $102 million or $120 million from the police fund and transferred it over to fucking social studies, social science, something. Yeah. And now she's like, well, we got to be more aggressive with the police and get them out and stop these people in their tracks. And I'm like, man, you dumb bitch. That's fucking ignorant.
Yeah. Nancy Pelosi, this dumb bitch, today comes out with, I just can't, all this crime, it has to, I don't know where this comes from. Like, you stupid bitch, it comes from the fucking policies you and your dumbass constituents pass. That's where it comes from. Let everybody out of jail, put the criminals back on the streets. Don't arrest anybody. If you do, let them back on the street with no bail. There's the problem. So, but she can't figure it out. She said, I can't figure out where this mentality comes from.
Right.
Look in your own backyard there, Nancy, or outside of your gated community.
I can tell you where it comes from. Fucking Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's the fucking elephant in the room that nobody will fucking mention.
Well, right, exactly. It's the big elephant in the room. It's like, blame somebody else. Don't blame us for the nonsense that we're allowing. I mean, it's shit.
And who's doing it? Who the fuck is doing it?
Liberals.
It's not Patrick O'Shaughnessy that's doing all the smash and grabs.
No. Well, it's the people that actually follow the mask mandate, because they're all masked, so you can't see who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they're safe from COVID, but they got a brand new, 65-inch TV.
Well, they're never going to do anything until they say, well, let's get to the root of the problem. Who is doing all these things?
Yeah.
We can't do this.
And who passed the
That's
policies
racist.
to allow it?
It's racist. You can't do this. You
If we could get rid of
if
5 people: Mark Meadows, Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi. Of course, fuck.
it's doing good.
You don't think it'd do any good?
Nah.
I don't know, man. I think there needs to be somebody answering for all this bullshit that's going on, and they probably won't.
It's a fucking joke. It is a joke. The country's fucking down the drain, man.
They just set them guys down and make them watch the movie, the first Purge, all the way through. Just to show them how awesome it could be.
Well, you gotta. You can't. No, you can't.
I'm not promoting violence here. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they need to have the real illusion in their brain that what can happen if you fuck with the people at the end of the day.
Well, they keep pushing it. I don't know. Really know. Well, people,
makes you wonder.
Well, it's people that don't want to be criminals. They don't want to be criminals. And then you have certain people that don't give a fuck if they're criminals or not. There's a difference. It's there's no win. It's no win situation, really.
It's a risk versus reward, and right now they're being rewarded very well. Unfortunately. But it would take 20 years to get a grasp on the bullshit that's going on right now, the way everything is going.
For 20 years to take a grip on it now. Yeah. We've had a grip on it for 20 years. They won't do anything about it.
Well, they definitely know about it.
It's a joke. Oh yeah,
that's true.
Like you can like just go, sugarcoat it, blow it off, and make excuses. But everybody knows what the fucking problem is, and until they go, hey, this problem here, we're not going to do it anymore, then nothing's going to change.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody getting away from the basic principles of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and it's just push it a little bit further, give more people less prejudice here and less there. At the end of the day, everybody's allowed to be a bunch of fucking, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to call the fucking people. It's just like they know they're going too far, but they just don't give a fuck. They don't care what they don't care what it destroys.
No.
And it's not necessarily
somebody that cares. Doesn't make any difference.
You get one every so often, but then usually within 10 years they're fucking corrupted too. And it's like human nature, man. It's like, how long can you let a steak lay in front of your nose before you fucking take a bite of it? No matter who's watching. But I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, there's same thing.
If the world was ran by dogs and the way they think, we'd all be fucking shot and drawed and quartered or something out in the fucking back, probably. The way, well, not us all, but they would for damn sure. But
well, it's like it's like erosion. It's erosion. It doesn't seem like much at first, but over 50 years, it makes a big fucking difference.
I'll tell you a good example.
That's what it's been.
It's like going over at your friend's house to play PlayStation when you're 17-year-old, and it's like, man, where's the bathroom? Oh, it's back there, man. So you walk in, there's fucking piss everywhere. So you're like, oh, well, there's already piss everywhere. Fuck it, just piss wherever instead of in the toilet like you're supposed to. That's what they do.
Yeah, social constructs don't mean shit anymore.
No, not a goddamn thing. I know. Back
like,
on my. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
I think it's way too fucking late. It's
Okay.
so far out of the box. I don't see a way back. I don't see a fucking ladder back up. I really don't.
Right. And now they don't even try to hide it. I mean, the secret's out.
No.
Everybody knows every fucking thing, and they still ain't doing nothing about it. And they act like they can't, like their hands are tied, or they've, that's a dead end road, or that's going to hurt me sometime in the future. Fuck that, man. Go for now. Fuck later. If you're broke in 2 years and you help the people, yeah, they don't do it.
But the government is so infiltrated that they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's infiltration it's ruined. The whole fucking deal is ruined.
Yeah. And there's no backup plan. That's the fucked up part of it. It's like where I work. There's never
a realistic plan. Not these days. There's not a realistic plan.
Right. Yeah, that probably hadn't been drawn back up since 1952 or some shit. Back when they were still doing fucking MK Ultra experiments and shit. Bunch of crooks, man. Yeah.
I don't see hope. I really don't. Of anything being better. I don't see it.
Yeah, it goes back to that old saying.
I hope I would be wrong. I wish I would be wrong, but I don't see any reversal of anything going. Are you kidding? When was the last time you saw any reversal of something going wrong? Not in fucking 40 years, 50 years, nothing.
Right. Yeah. I know it's always been a hardship. There's always been disparity. There's always been shortages of things and always been problems, always been looting. There's always been fucking robberies. There's always been killings. But nobody ever stops to get to the root of the problem. Instead, they just fan the flame with rhetoric about the other side that allowed it to happen. They don't care about the root cause. They just care about the effect.
Well, hold on, Daryl. Our illustrious vice president cares about the root cause of all these motherfuckers crossing our border.
I agree on that.
But she didn't go to the border to find out what the fuck was really going on. She went to Guatemala to find out what the root cause was. Well, we know what the root cause is. Free shit.
Yeah.
That's the root cause. She didn't have to travel all over there and cost us taxpayer money to find out.
Went to Guatemala to get a fucking slave made.
Probably went to pick up went to get her.
She probably crawled around her knees the whole time.
She just went to the pharmacy to get her some fucking Percocet. Is what she got.
Yeah.
For $2 a piece.
It's ridiculous. And now, this. Oh God, it kills me. These motherfuckers actually had to fess up because you have the what's that? Fucking Shifty Shiv, Adam Schiff, that lying bastard with all this Russian collusion shit. Well, they have this whole January 6th insurrection, committee doing these investigations. and this latest guy, whatever, starts with a W, I don't remember his name. Anyway, now he's suing these motherfuckers because they actually, Adam Schiff and company actually went and altered a document, changed the wording. Again, kind of like the FBI did to change the wording in the whatever it was, the document, text, whatever it is, email, whatever, to make it look like it was some kind of insurrection and Trump was the bad guy and all the Republicans were bad guys and it was all planned. They finally had to fucking admit, well, yeah, not so much. That came out today. But they still have this goddamn, committee going on doing this in fake investigation. Like, everybody sees it. They're just trying to play everyone for the fool that they think we all are. And like, it's not working. I mean, come on. You wonder why Biden's poll numbers and the Camel Toe Harris is even worse. They're way down. I mean, stop the lies, stop the nonsense, stop wasting our goddamn money. I mean, just stop. When the FBI said there was no, like sparse information that there could have possibly been some kind of collusion going on with Trump and team in this January 6th insurrection. That was an insurrection. That was the most pitiful insurrection I've ever seen in my life. But they're spending all this money, spinning the wheels, going nowhere, and it's just a big fucking dog and pony show, is what it is, to cover their asses because they know they're guilty.
Yep, I wish that we could go back to zero when gold and silver were the currency, no deviation from that. That way, we know what the value of what we got is. It don't change from day to day. Well, it might still, but it won't if it's currency. It can't change. It has to be locked in. So,
you can't print gold and silver.
Exactly.
You have to mine it. It's just constantly printing money nonstop.
But it's
going to help the economy. It's going to get us out of the deficit.
Yeah.
And because it's all paid for, remember?
Yeah, it's all free.
How the fuck is it paid for?
It's all free, man. You just gotta pay for it. That's all it is. It's all free.
That's the biggest lie I've ever heard. It's paid for.
Yeah.
Slow down there, Joe Biden.
So just give us 70% now instead of 60, and because that's what you're doing in reality anyway. You're not paying your local tax here. You're paying tax on your money when you get it. You're paying tax on your money to the state. You're paying tax on the money to your fucking food and the shit you buy.
Yep.
You're paying a lot of fucking taxes.
Everything. Hell, I got a letter from a mortgage company that my fucking escrow's going up because of taxes, local taxes.
Wow.
City and parish taxes.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
But I have a communist fucking leader here in Louisiana. It's a red state. I never understood it. They vote red, other than the goddamn governor. I never understood it.
Don't make no sense.
It makes no sense.
State rights. That's why. I mean, at the end of the day, it's what it boils down to.
Yeah, our parish, or actually, hell, just local taxes, like 10.75%. You go to a grocery store, that's what you're paying on certain things because they stage it depending on what you're buying. Yeah. Like 10.75% tax.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's and they think people don't notice that. I mean, it's like, why don't they make one tax, and that way you can just be perfectly honest. Look, motherfucker, I'm taking 35% right off the top.
Yeah,
and
flat
everything flat tax.
Spread it as best you can amongst the government, the states, the local, parish, county, city, whatever. Spread it. Just everybody knows what they're gonna pay. It's not gonna be some surprise shit nonstop. Every year they're raising some kind of tax somewhere, or a millage, or some kind of stupid shit. It never goes to what it needs to go to.
Back when
the lottery, that was supposed to take care of schools and okay, we see where that's going. Motherfuckers are dumb as a box of rocks coming out of school. It's got nothing
to do with education. It don't seem. I mean, they give scholarships, but it's only to disadvantaged people that just want to go live in a fucking dorm room and party for ever how long they can. Right. And scholarship lasts for fucking ever. No matter if it takes you 12 years to graduate from college.
And when hell, what they're doing now is because of no longer equality, equity. They don't even know the difference between the two definitions of equality and equity.
Right.
But now they want to dumb down like the ACT and the SAT scores. Well, if you're a minority, you get a bonus automatically just for signing your fucking name.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I got only one rebuttal to their dumbass bullshit. His name is Ben Carson. And that guy is the epitome of every fucking, the embodiment of diversity. He's a fucking neurosurgeon. I mean, he works on babies' brains. And, people accepted him with the Trump legacy, is what I'm going to call it, because it was a fucking legacy. Nobody's ever going to be able to top what he's done, ever. I mean, if they do, fucking kudos. I'll take my hat right off. But nobody's going to beat it. It's just not going to happen.
Right. Yeah, but Ben Carson and all the rest of them, the African American guys, whatever you want to call them these days. I don't even know what to call anybody these days. Yeah. But because they supported Trump, they were every derogatory term you can name.
Black Afro-American bullfighter.
I mean, Uncle Tom came flying out as soon as they found out these guys were conservative Trump supporters.
Right.
And now they're white racists.
Like the Hodge twins.
Come on now.
Yeah, they call the Hodge twins two Uncle Toms.
Yeah, right.
It's funnier than hell. Fucking boys. That's the kind of guys I want on my side right there. People that stand up for people. But
exactly.
I don't know. Fucking what's her name? Running for president. Running for president. What was her damn name? Fucking
which one?
Senator Megan? No, is it Megan? No. What was the fucking little dude that just died not long ago? McCain? Megan. Yeah. I think McCain is running for like Republican president. And was it Megan McCain or who was that?
Megan's his daughter.
Yeah, I can't remember who that. No, fuck. Not McCain. It's the other one. The old Ward, the old guy that was in during fucking President Bush's run. His daughter. Fuck. Who was the one Trump said he liked his POWs? Or what was it? He said he liked his soldiers to not be POWs or something.
Yeah, that's McCain.
Oh, was that McCain? Well, wait a minute. It seems like it wasn't McCain, though. No, it was the other warmonger. His daughter. Fucking, no. I'll remember in a minute.
There's a bunch of them.
McCain just don't sound right for some reason. I'm not, I don't know.
John Kerry is the only other fucker I can think
of. I was going to say Colin Powell, but not Colin Powell. There's another one of them motherfuckers that was in.
Colin Powell was actually a cool dude.
He was all right. He was a little weird on a couple of things. I didn't agree with everything he did. But, I mean, he was a steadfast general, that's for sure. I'll give him that.
He ain't like this goddamn, what's this motherfucking Mark Milley or whatever the fuck they got running this shit show going on right now.
We'll start a new campaign called Free Millie. Fuck Millie.
Free Millie.
Oh, man. I'll be in bed and they'll hit me right in the middle of fucking night. What the name of that guy?
Yeah, you got to go through the alphabet like I do. I got to go through the alphabet when the name's going to hit you. Start with the A's and go through.
Who was it that was on The View?
Cheney. They got this Liz Cheney or whatever the fuck her name is.
Cheney, that's it. Fuck.
Yeah. That
Dick Cheney's daughter.
I won't say the C word.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a rhino. I mean, just straight up rhino.
Yeah. She thinks she's going to get the fucking Republican vote this year.
Her ass hurts.
Or not this year, but in 24.
Yeah.
She's just going to waste a bunch of people's money is what she's going to do.
Yep. Well, she's the one like today. Kind of. Who the hell was this dude that they wanted to subpoena, and he straight up Mark Meadows?
Yeah.
I think that's who it was. Straight up told his January 6th committee to straight up stick it up your ass, and he sued the whole fucking bunch, Pelosi and everybody, because of the executive privilege thing. Because they want to confiscate his phones, his computers, you name it.
He gave them something, though. He did agree to give them something.
He gave them thousands of documents.
Yeah,
like over 10,000 documents that they asked for. He was coordinating with them and doing what he needed to do. But then they wanted to stretch it and go deeper and deeper and get into presidential privilege shit, which Trump said I have that power. But then Joe Biden decides, I'm going to usurp that power.
Did he do that?
Because I think I can. And he canceled Trump's presidential power.
I hope that comes back to bite him in the ass.
Well, yeah. Well, they're pushing that shit. Of course, the MSM is pushing it. But it's never gone to the Supreme Court. Because that is a constitutional privilege.
That law was. Yeah.
It's not for a subsequent president to cancel the previous president's power of privilege. It's never happened. Well, Biden decides, just fuck it. I'm gonna make up my own goddamn laws and fuck it.
Yeah.
So that's what Mark Meadows is suing about. So, but then now the Cheney chick, she's the one that actually admitted, because they got Mark Meadows. She released or leaked Mark Meadows' emails between him and Trump and him and a bunch of other people on January 6th, and it was Trump, Donald Trump Jr. and a bunch of other people in the Trump camp, and they were all saying, like they didn't know this was going to happen. This riot that actually, came out of the deal.
It worked out in their favor.
They were all saying Trump planned it. It was all planned. Well, according to the emails, nobody knew this shit was gonna fucking happen. She released the emails and made the biggest donkey out of her own goddamn ass.
Yeah,
and then the Nancy Pelosi's and everybody had to straight up admit, the documents were kind of altered to make it sound like we were right and Trump was the bad guy.
Crazy.
So like Jim Jordan, and there's I forgot who the other guy was. Straight up called him out on it.
Yeah.
Said,
do you think they'll
full of shit?
You think they'll ever do anything about it though, other than what happened?
No, they won't do shit. It's going to be another ongoing investigation until Biden is out the fucking office. That's what's going to happen. It's just like the 2-year Russian collusion shit that cost $30-something million or $40 million.
Just trying to waste time. That's all they're trying to do.
Just wasting time so that they don't get caught. But you ever notice they get caught? Everybody's smart and sees right through it. But no Democrats get depositioned to go and testify.
Right.
Not Nancy Pelosi, not Adam Schiff, Eric Swalwell, Nadler, all these motherfuckers. Nobody gets deposed to go and swear in front of Congress.
That's something a lot of people don't understand. Whenever they're giving their speeches and all that bullshit, but they're not sworn in. The people that are asking the questions are
they're
not
immune.
People, yeah, they can't. They invoke Fifth Amendment automatically, so you cannot ask them any kind of question. No rhetorical, nothing questions.
Right. Which
And,
that's kind of the likes of we pass laws, but they don't apply to us.
Yeah.
It's exactly how that works.
I think there ought to be some kind of a standard. I don't know why it was never produced. When you walk into those chambers, you are sworn in automatically with your right hand up and left hand on the Bible. And you go in, you take your seat, and everybody in there is only allowed to ask truthful questions and give truthful answers. Otherwise, you can be found in contempt of the House or the Senate or whatever.
Right.
And that's the way I know in my soul, from what I've read through the Constitution multiple times, that that's what was intended with it. And somewhere down the line, they have done away with all that.
Yeah, they twisted that and misconstrued it to say, oh, nope, doesn't apply to us.
It means one thing one day, and then all of a sudden, when it's convenient for them, it means, oh yeah, you was right. It did mean that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, depends on what party's in charge.
Yeah,
and holds the reins, just like they're doing now. It's all Democrat controlled, both houses and plus the White House.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's gonna flip next year. That's why they're trying so hard to find something to get Trump on.
Yeah.
These bogus ass lawsuits they got wanting to get his financial records and all this shit. If the IRS doesn't know what the fuck Trump's up to, and they never came after him, stop trying what you're fucking doing, because you're about to ruin yourself.
I think I heard that today, somewhere down the line. I forget where it was. Maybe yesterday, but they were talking about they did get there's no more appeals or something on it, and it's coming out. Period.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does he care? Who gives a fuck? I mean, it was just the point of the whole thing. I'm guessing he probably paid 50-60% of everything he made in fucking income taxes.
Yeah, he did. I mean, even this stupid ass woman man thing, Rachel Madcow.
Yeah.
Hyped it. I have his tax records. I have his IRS tax records, and he paid fucking taxes.
Yeah.
You fucking stupid ass. You hyped it a whole day so that you can get ratings, and then you just
tell us something we already knew.
Made a bigger ass out of yourself in the end because you found out he actually fucking paid taxes.
Yeah. That's the bad part of that, man. All these guys think that they lost something because a millionaire has it. And that's the bad part. That's what's wrong with America. Everybody thinks that a rich man somewhere down the line has fucked them over. And they don't understand, it's just like going in, what goes into making a pencil. Without the lead and the wood, you don't need a worker. So who supplies that shit? Who supplies the factory to put it together in?
A simple ass pencil.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes hundreds of jobs to make one pencil.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have, really good tech to be able to do that shit.
I mean, it's the loggers, the lead miners, the factory workers to make one pencil.
Yeah.
But it takes a huge business, several huge businesses, to run all that and put it all together. So you break big business and you break everything below it. It's kind of like playing Jumanji. Pull the wrong block out, it fucking whole house tumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah,
all the while, it's all the mega millionaires that are complaining that big business is bad.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Nancy. Hey, Nancy, how about you stop eating the fucking expensive ass, kosher fucking ice cream and shit in your $20,000 refrigerator?
Yep.
Move out of your fucking gated house. If walls don't work, why does it work for you?
Move back to the state you represent. Something. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, she don't even live in the district she fucking represents.
No, she does not.
She ain't gotta walk through the fucking piles of crap in the streets. She don't care. I think it's funny though that Ron DeSantis he's putting up state funding. I forgot how many, like $3 to $5 million to all these illegal aliens that they're shipping to Florida. He's gonna ship them to Martha's Vineyard and Delaware.
Oh shit! Oh, that's hilarious.
That's his plan. And then the first thing that came out of the Democrats' mouths was, "Oh, that's illegal. You can't do that. We don't allow that." Like, okay.
Don't care. Don't care. It's America.
We'll just drop them off at the border and let them go where they need to go, just like you do over here in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Go send them to Arizona. Fuck, that'd be great. Tell them they can hike to the other side of the desert. There's water over there.
Right.
Oh, it's fucked up, man. I mean, I really don't have disdain for nobody. I mean, everybody's got to exist in their own right.
There's a reason these people are coming, but you don't make it that goddamn easy. Because here's the thing. Because now they have a new poll out that like the Mexican Americans, Hispanics community, it's like a 50-50 poll that support Republican and Democrat. That's a big fucking change.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the Democrats are getting fucking nervous Nelly here, because they see that because the Hispanic community, they're basically Christian conservative people, and
your sound went out. We call it a night, man, if you want to. No.
There I am.
There you
are. Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know why this happens randomly.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, these Hispanics who are here legally say, no, fuck this noise. We came here, we did it the hard way. Took us decades to become legal citizens of America.
Right.
You just jumping the border and getting free shit nonstop. Oh, we're actually working and providing, to the community and the country. Right. And they're sick and tired of it. And the Democrats see that now. And they're running scared big time. Their ass is hurt.
So what would be considered indigenous people? Would that be people that were here before America was founded? Or would that be considered just the Indian people that were here?
Well, they predominantly just say the Native American Indian tribes,
right?
Indigenous, but they're mixing up the damn term definition of indigenous, because actually, when before all of the call it plate tectonics took everything separated.
It was all together, yeah.
It was all together. It was Europeans. There was everything you can imagine roaming on this land.
It's a lot of travel. There wasn't a lot of boat travel.
Yeah,
there was some boat travel.
They walked thousands of miles.
Yeah,
to find to find food, to find water, to with warmer climate, whatever it happened to be.
Right.
So I don't know how many people can be classified as true indigenous
Right.
people.
Well, the reason I was asking that, the start of my, I mean, I've told you this before, I'm sure, that the start of my family was in America in 1713. In the Virginias, I think they called it, or some shit back then. I'm not sure, but everything was like different territory. There were fucking French, and there were literally every nationality of person had a section of America tied down to something. There was Iraqi. I believe there was an Iraqi. I don't know what you even call it. Uh, not big, not a state, but it was fairly good size. But things changed a lot. Everything started organizing, and then there was all the Spanish Wars and all the different things that sent everybody. California was part of Mexico. I mean, that was
All right.
Mexico, and I don't know. I guess
the Louisiana Purchase. That
right.
was, the 13 states basically it covered.
Yeah.
And they claim, oh, they fucked the Mexicans. Hey, they sold it.
Right. I mean, it wasn't like, is it like, oh shit, man, they done fucked up and sold their property.
Yeah, they didn't steal it. They United States, it wasn't even the United States at that point. It was just colonies. They bought the property from Mexico.
It was colonies. There you go. That's what I was.
13 original colonies. They bought the property from Mexico. Mexico sold it. Now, it was cheap as fuck. It's like $3 million or whatever the fuck it happened to be.
Fuck yeah, I'm in.
that was a lot of money back then, though,
right?
Whenever it happened. But now they're all, they stole the property. No.
And it was purchased with gold, too. So
you didn't steal it if you purchased it.
Mm-hmm.
If you did a smash and grab, that'd be a different thing. Like they're doing right now in California and across America, to steal Louis Vuitton purses and shit like that. 65-inch TVs. But it was legally purchased, the Louisiana Purchase. So there you have it.
Yeah. I often try to imagine what it would even be like to live back in 1713. I mean, let alone travel all the way from Germany to Virginia and fight in all the wars, Revolutionary War, every fucking war that happened in the States. My family was part of,
Yeah, like my family, I mean, like my dad said, like my dad always told my mom, if you looked up your family tree and they put shit in your face.
Yeah.
So we're a cornucopia of everything you can fucking imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But the French side, my mom's side, well, my dad has French side as well, but my mom's side is Cajun French from Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
They migrated here from Nova Scotia on boats, came here broke as a broke dick dog, and made lives for themselves. Migrated to South Louisiana, and that's where you get the Cajun heritage from in South Louisiana.
Right.
It's from the French people. It's a Cajun French. They kind of created their own damn language, which to me is 95% English, but it's still hard to understand because of the dialect, the accent, so to speak. It's not like Parisian French. That's like not that kind of shit.
I was gonna say it's the way they push the air out of their throat.
Yes, exactly.
But
so it's a whole different thing. But we have like my mom's side, Indian. That was, and I spoke about this before on the show. They called it was the Atakapa Tribe, which was on the border of southwest and southwest Louisiana, southeast Texas, right on the border. They lived on the coast.
Right.
Well, the other tribes up north, named him Atakapa, which actually means man-eater. Because they were cannibalistic.
Right.
They were cannibalistic. Exactly. So the Apache and the Cherokee, and my dad's grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee, came from Oklahoma. So, but the Atakapa tribe, that's from and that's why my dad always said, I know why your family eats any goddamn thing that you put on a plate. But that's our heritage, you know. I mean, I don't eat all that bullshit, but anyway, I have American Indian all across the family, both sides of the family.
Right.
Well, plus, you know, whatever else, I don't even know whatever else. You know, I got green eyes.
Influencer somewhere.
You know, yeah. It's probably Irish. It's probably German. It is probably who knows what. I don't even know anymore.
Well, see,
I haven't done the whole, you know, history thing.
I didn't do the whole thing on my mom's side, but I did on my dad's side. You know, and that traces all the way back to Prussia, Germany. You know, it goes all the way back to 1545 is the last record they had on the Richter family. And that was our surname was Richter, Richter. And somewhere down the line, it got changed to Rector, which I'm thinking about taking my surname back. I could legally, if I wanted to, take it back.
So it was like the Richter scale in the beginning.
Yeah. But on my mom's side,
so y'all cause all these goddamn earthquakes.
Probably, hell, who knows? or at least read about them.
Badass.
But on my mom's side, my grandpa, he was full-blooded Cherokee Indian on both sides of his mom and dad, and you know, they married into the tribe. So that would have been he was 100-year-old when he died in 1989 or 90. So it'd have been 106 years old at that point. So he fought in every fucking war that till he was too old to fight, you know. But he lost his leg, and that was it. So
yeah. My dad's grandmother, I remember when I was a kid, and they lived just out of Baton Rouge area. Because like I said, she migrated from Oklahoma, married a guy from Texas. Something happened to that dude. But she had my grandfather and several of her kids with the first guy. I don't know what happened to the first guy. Then she married a Young. And her original name was Bartlett, and another kin of Sutton was the two names in her family. But then she marries this Young. They called him Red Young. He's like red hair, red face. He's just an asshole. But he just gave everybody the Young name. So we're not really Youngs.
Right.
How it all turns out, we're not really Youngs.
Got a different
there was no adoption. There was no adoption back then. It's just give it to them back in the 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
Well, man, I remember growing up, and I mean, this was almost up into my teens. I mean, the old lady was still alive, her and her sister, and my grandfather's brother, my grandfather, several other, you know, family members. But these people live poor as a church mouse.
Right.
They had a house. That house is still standing. They kind of preserved that house because it's right off Interstate 10. You could see that old house from Interstate 10 when you're getting off the Basin Bridge, Chaffalaya Basin Bridge, going into Baton Rouge. And they still caught rainwater to drink.
Wow.
They actually moved from it's kind of funny. Across the street, it was like their street where they currently lived. Then there's a median with trees and all kind of shit. And then another street, it's kind of like make a roundabout, and it goes right to the river.
Yeah.
And they had an old shack, and I remember shitting and pissing in the outhouse there because they had no running water, no nothing.
Been there, buddy.
They moved across the street to get running water. And guess what? Their bathtub had rust in it.
Oh, jeez.
Because they never used it.
That's crazy.
She'd just powder herself up and be done with it. You go and hug her and patting the powder flute.
Just didn't know how to react to that running water thing.
Nope. Except if it was running off the roof when it rained, and they caught it in a 55-gallon barrel, and that's what they used for water.
You know, my aunt and uncle did that, and I never ever understood why. That, I mean, it wasn't like they didn't have the money to do it, but they lived in this fucking old ass, what I called the shit shack. Had an outhouse, you know, down the back, and half the time they wouldn't even sling blade the fucking weeds. You'd have to walk through snake territory. But they went to the well and got the water. I mean, there's no running water, and it was right there. I mean, you could have literally, like, they were offering meter tap fees for $150 and lay a damn line in the ground. You got running water, man. But they didn't want nothing like that. They was against it. Anything to do with the government.
Yeah. Well, they used the running water in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And they were gonna, you know, because we'd go visit and have, you know, family. They cook big gumbos and all kind of shit, whatever they were gonna cook that day. Yeah. But you had to watch out, because that old lady, old great grandmother, the house was filthy. Yeah, I mean, like my dad said, you can grow corn on the fucking floor. There's so much dirt.
Wow.
It was bad, and it's just the way they live.
Right.
But you have to watch out if you're in the kitchen and there's a big cockroach, big tree cockroach running across the ceiling, and it falls in the pot.
Oh, damn.
Stir it right the fuck in. They didn't care, you know. And I've seen it happen more than once. It's like, oh, damn. I'm not eating today. It's not happening.
Not today.
No. Oof. But they just backwoods. It's just the way they live, you know.
Yeah. You know, in reality,
yeah,
that cockroach is probably good. I mean, honestly, he'd probably give you a good energy boost. But still, the thought of it, man, kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's nasty as fuck. I don't like. That's probably why I ate roaches so much, because I've seen that all too often when I was a kid. Like you see the roach, and I guess the steam gets it from the stove. And
man,
oh my god!
You know, they say a wood roach. Like if you're out in the woods and you bust open an old rotten stump and get you some good sized, you know, wood roaches. Most of the time they taste like I don't know, like a real high protein acorn or something. It's got like a tree taste to it.
Yeah,
which
they
you know,
claim it's real high protein. You survive on it. Shit, I'm not like I'm gonna kind of try to crunch into one, but it's
no, not unless I'm really 3-day hungry, buddy. It's gonna take a strength.
I had to be like on survival.
Yeah,
TV mode or something.
Yeah, I got one match and I got to cook this roach. Holy fuck! Because I ain't eating him raw. It ain't happening. He gonna get cooked. Of course, probably lose half the protein when you cook it, but.
Oh yeah, it cooks it all out. Kind of like dog food, cook all the damn nutrients out of it.
Just had to slow roast him over the campfire. Oh shit! Hey man,
that's the whole shit. That I mean, these people just survived and lived well up into their 90s.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes primitive's good, man. I mean, I see times when I wish I didn't have all this fucking. Technology, you know, in my house where everything links back to me, and I got to be responsible what I say, what I do, all the time, because it's always there.
Exactly.
It's police state. You know, they was making a movie. I forget the guy's name, man, and I want to give this guy props, because before they killed him, they said he suicided. They said he killed his wife, his kids, and suicided himself. But he was having like the best time of his life. He was making movies. He was almost done with this movie called Gray State, but it never came out. He never got to finish it. And what it was well, you could probably watch the conspiracy behind it. What was his damn name, man? God, I'm bad on names tonight for some reason. but it's balls deep in conspiracy theory. That's for damn sure, and it's definitely worth a look at it because the guy was in the middle of making a conspiracy theory movie, and he touched on something. You know, it was like I can't remember if it was martial law had been called because of some major event that was getting ready to happen. And I think it was a viral thing. I think it was a disease or virus or something that made everything go on lockdown. And they were coming for people. If they were resisting, they wasn't arresting them. They were shooting them in the head and leaving them where they laid. And I guess the movie was either too controversial or too close to home or something. They extincted them off the earth.
Yeah, struck a nerve somewhere.
Yeah. Well, shit, man, I'm getting a phone call from a supervisor where I work. I guess I better go see what's up.
Yeah, apparently you struck a nerve. He's listening to the show.
All right, man. I want to see what the hell he wants. Have a good night,
We'll
brother.
see y'all Friday.
See y'all Friday. Have a good night.
Good night.